back a bit to talk about INEC,
Yes.
the data capturing devices that just CVI exercise that just ended. Because I listened to INEC Commissioner for Voter Education and I think Information, Mr. Festus Okoye, where he was reading out the guideline as to regards the CVR exercise. He said, and I quote, and then again I'm paraphrasing now and I might not get his exact, but the meat of the substance of what he said is that if you have registered before, there is no need to enter any registration. All you had to do was to apply for either relocation of your PVC or replacement of damaged or lost PVCs. But before you do that, there are some data you must provide. And because a lot of Nigerians, some of them did not register the initial one with their correct date of birth. Some of them, because you must have to either provide your date of birth or your surname. Then sometimes, like in my previous PVC, my name is Chima, spelled C-H-I-M-A. But when you see, they spelled China, C-H-I-N-A. So where you make one just mistake in the data provided, you are not able to replace your lost PVCs. And if you try 3 or 4 times on the given website, you're not able to do that. You say, no, to hell with this, let me go and get a new registration. And then INEC have said conclusively that anybody who registers twice, that they will yank off the new registration and retain the old registration, because that's all the data registration, data that is collected now will be sent back to 2 levels of validation. Vetting. Electronic vetting, and then for some people, a manual vetting. So they are going to vet all these new registrations. So if your database, if your fingerprint has been found in the system, your biometrics, because you can't lie about those things, have been found in the system, that they are going to reject the new registration. And I'm calling on the media, I'm calling on civil society groups to pressure INEC to convey or to impress it on INEC. If you are if you go into the bank, for instance, and you have an old registration, old data in the bank database, when you come, they ask you for the new one, your new passport, because you're not looking exactly the same 5 years ago. They're asking for new NEPA bill, it is a utility bill, because they want to know where you live now. So if people registered for permanent voter card, perhaps maybe in 2011 or any time before that, and they for some reason lost it, cannot track it, and they came back and did double registration, INEC should be impressed to use the new one and update, use the new one to replace. All you had to do, if you have double registration, delete the old one and sustain the new one, instead of deleting the new one and insisting on the old one, which the person does not have access to. Because if the person still has access to that thing, they will not have gone for new registration. So people should talk about it. Beg INEC, because I'm aware they just finished the CVI exercise, so perhaps the validation exercise will resume. That's if it has not resumed already. So people should speak on this to help INEC, because a lot of people who filed out to register now did double registration. That I can tell you for free.
I agree with you.
So there is need to insist to offer them that platform. And this is not, you don't have to amend the constitution to do this. All you have to do is to retweak INEC in-house rules, which INEC does not have to consult with the presidency, does not have to consult with the Senate, does not have to consult with the Electoral Act. INEC retains the capacity to modify some of these in-house rules. So we're calling on INEC to consider Nigerians who did double registrations and that their votes need to count in this election, to retweak their in-house operational modality so that they can capture more Nigerians.
All right.